And Ms. McMurray, all of you in the back, come on in. And good morning, good afternoon. I'm Gary Vaughn. I'm the president of this campus. I'm blessed with the opportunity to spend time with these fabulous world champions right here. So that's what we're thinking about. I will tell you that each and every one of you is important, but these kids really do make a difference in the world in the future. So we're really proud of being part of that. So we want to share that moment with you. Today we have the opportunity to share with you some great things that are happening on the campus. We'll celebrate their leadership both in men's and women's swimming, and we'll talk to you about the things that are happening here. But first I'd like to introduce the elected officials, if I could, just for fun. But first, Yvonne, would you give us the Pledge of Allegiance? You stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. So it gives me pleasure to introduce to you our extraordinary elected officials that have been taking the time out to be here with us. Congressman Mike Waltz is here. Florida Senator Lori Berman. Lori, are you here? I was looking for Lori, but she'll come in. Florida Senator Dennis Baxley. Dennis. Florida Representative Toby Oberdorf. Where's Toby? Yes, Florida Representative Matt Wilhite. Matt. Florida Representative Kelly Skidmore. Kelly. And Palm Beach County Vice Mayor Greg Weiss. Greg. This is a momentous occasion for us, and I have the good fortune to introduce to you the founder of this university. Lest I say he's an icon in the educational industry. He spent 45 years changing people's lives, starting with that first student, all the way to 20,000 students today. And he has that passion not only to transfer that energy and education, but into results that students take place each and every day. It has a significant contribution to each of our lives. And as my saying says, they'll be here long after we're gone. So let me introduce to you Dr. Arthur Keiser. Lori. This is Lori Berman right here. Hi, Lori. How are you?
Thank you, Dr. Vaughn. Thank you for being here today. We are truly honored to have you on our beautiful campus. My name is Arthur Keiser, and I'm the Chancellor of Keiser University. I do also want to recognize our students. There are a lot of our students throughout the place, but our swimming students who this year won both the men's and women's national championship. Please stand up. Those who don't know, they compete against 250 other colleges and universities in the country. And you guys just did a phenomenal job. We're honored to have you all with us to share this exciting day. Many of you joined us about 8 months ago when we announced our vision to build an aquatic center, an Olympic pool here at the Flagship Campus. This facility will become a community state resource to many. As we celebrate the effort, please know we are very grateful for the wonderful support we are receiving from the community and many other organizations in Florida. At this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome our many partners who are working with us and to make this dream a reality and bring this facility to our Flagship campus. You will see as you drove in, they're clearing some of the area. It is on our north side of our campus is where the swimming pool and aquatic center will be. I'd also like to recognize members of the Keiser University Boards of Trustees who are with us, Jose Cortez, Thank you, Jose. Hi, boss. Is Manny here? I haven't seen him. He's pretty tall. I'd like to say thank you to the members of the Flagship Board of Advisors and Steering Committee with us, Vaughn, who you met, Jamie Bruce. Sorry, I was talking to you too. Here we are. Joseph Hurd, Chuck Laser, John McGowan. We've also received a lot of support from our other members of the Keiser University, including our campus presidents and leaders at the Office of the Chancellor. We are videotaping this or streaming it. It's my videotape. I'm getting too old. It's horrible. And I want to thank those folks who are, whether you're here or not, Belinda Keiser, our Vice Chancellor, Joey Berardinelli, CFO, Gary Vaughn, of course, who you met as our campus president, Leslie Kristoff, who is from our Port St. Lucie campus, Brandon, hold your applause, I got a lot of here, so Brandon Barnhill, that doesn't mean we don't love you, Brandon. Tampa campus, Sherry Olson, our online division, Dr. Robert Keiser, our graduate school, Peter Lakowski from Pembroke Pines, Lisa Nucci, our West Palm Beach campus, Brian Sagers from Fort Lauderdale, Matthew Anderson, who's from our Nicaragua campus, Dr. Lorraine Beach from Miami, Colleen Brown from Melbourne, David Champlin from Daytona, Chuck Gibbons, Newport Richie. I told you it was long. Dr. Todd Harrison, Orlando, Dr. David Hubbard, Maria Mead from Tallahassee, Dr. Michelle Morgan from Sarasota, the Reverend Louise Morley, who's our ombudsman and most tenured employee, been here since 1979, pretty hard to understand. Dr. Melody Ryder from Lakeland, Dr. Amy Teprovich from Fort Myers, Linda Waterhouse from Naples, Lisa Marie Winslow from Jacksonville, almost finished, Melody Ryder, I got Melody, okay, twice, and Fabian Fernandez from Clearwater. Finally, I'd like to recognize our two special guests who are with us today. They share in our vision and commitment to ensuring the Keiser University Aquatic Center becomes a home for our swim team, a place for Olympians to mentor and train, a catalyst for sports tourism, and a place to teach the importance of swim safety. Please join me in welcoming 12-time Olympic champion and medalist Ryan Lochte. Miami Dolphins offensive guard Solomon Big Fish. For more than 4 decades, Keiser University has and continues working side by side with all of you to build the talent needed for Florida's workforce and to create jobs that are critical to the Florida economy. In fact, in 2022, Best College Rankings, U.S. News and World Reports recognized Keiser University as #1 in Florida, #5 in the United States for providing social mobility for our graduates. That's a statistic we're extremely proud of. Keiser is the largest independent private not-for-profit university in the state of Florida, and our commitment has always been to deliver quality education to our students and to the state. Our vision for the Aquatic Center, Olympic Pool, and our flagship campus will extend this commitment to the community. This center will become a place to train and mentor Olympic hopefuls and teach the life-saving skills of swimming to our children and families. We have a quick video that we'd like to show that was shot in conjunction with our partners at the DeVos Spoon YMCA in Boynton Beach. It's the screen that's important. With the YMCA in Boynton Beach. That's it.
I like to do big splashes.
Water slide.
We recently just had a pool put in our backyard, and the thought of my 2-year-old not being able to save herself and not being able to swim if there was a mishap and she fell in the pool was pretty scary to think about, and that's why we put her in swim lessons.
Living in Florida, there's lakes, there's pools, there's beaches. It's just important. You never know when a kid's gonna wander off, go in a pool. And it's also just fun to learn how to swim.
My mom took me swimming, and now I kick my legs, and I swim with my brother and my mom. So you don't drown.
It's important to make sure the kids around here know how to swim. So if they're ever in a situation where they feel unsafe, that they can roll over on their backs and float like the instructors have taught them.
At this time, I'd also like to recognize one of our board members who's not here, Dr. Bill Kent. Dr. Bill Kent was extraordinarily instrumental in helping us, work with us, pass, I think, seminal legislation in the Florida legislature. Senator Berman, you were one of the sponsors of Every Child a Swimmer, and I think this is what we're here for. This time, I'd like to introduce Belinda Keiser, our Vice Chancellor, to introduce the rest of the program and our Congressman with her.
Well, hi, folks. How's everyone? Everyone good? All right, that's wonderful. First thing we want to do is we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you to each and every one of you, because this is a community initiative. Great things happen when communities care, and I have to say Palm Beach County really cares. Don't you agree? The best. Now, you all know that we are statewide, and so Keiser University has a footprint in the state of Florida, and all communities together have rallied behind this initiative. Let me say a special thank you to our sponsors, and I ask that you stand. So Pam Roush with FP&L. Pam, if you would stand and be recognized. Thank you for your support. Not with us today is Dr. Bill Kent, but he made a leading gift to kick this off, so we can just clap for Dr. Bill Kent. Let me also say that Jody Hastings, son of Congressman Alcee Hastings, thank you very much for your gift, Jody. Thank you, sir. And more to come. So together, folks, on November 2nd, we're going to celebrate even more, because this is such an important initiative. And when we decided to build an aquatic center, we were looking at the needs of the state, the needs of the community, and especially the needs of our families, right? And so when you look at the statistics for the state of Florida, although we live in the most beautiful state, I think, in the union, don't you agree? Florida is great, don't you think? I think Florida is a great place to live. In fact, about 800 to 1,000 people a day think so too. You've heard, right? All right, so they are definitely joining us. But an initiative like this takes each and every one of you, so thank you so very much. I want to announce that Dale Hedrick brothers, Sean Burney, and also we have another person with Hedrick, Patrick Painter. Are you gentlemen with us? Please stand to be recognized. We've signed an agreement with Hedrick brothers. Hey folks, they do an awesome job, as you know. And so together we kick this off with $1 million of donations, and we look to embrace more of these initiatives for the benefit of the whole state and the community. And again, thank you to all of you. Now, it is my honor to share with you someone who really doesn't need an introduction, but I will say this, folks, all of you know that we're living in challenging times. We're living in good times, but challenging times. And to that end, I want you to know that we have Congressman Mike Waltz, who is a father of two, a little boy, is he about 4 months old, Congressman? 2 months old, named Army, and a daughter who is a senior in high school named Anderson.
Yes, ma'am.
And a beautiful wife named Julia. And so I want you to know that he serves our country as a congressman, but also as a Green Beret. And when we asked him to be here, he said yes. And you know, battle buddies are taught that they protect each other, they protect our country first and foremost, but even battle buddies are taught not to always swim alone. Am I right, Congressman Waltz? Now, I've never served as a Green Beret, but I respect with all my heart and soul the work that they do for our country. I would like to share with you a little bit about Congressman Waltz's background. And before I do, I want to thank and recognize two individuals that have worked tirelessly to lead this effort for Keiser University. So if I could have Tom DeRita stand. Tom. And Yvonne Boyce. Folks, we are so well served because they are two tireless leaders, but most of all, they serve with a heart. And they are both busy, and they have made enormous amount of time for this effort, because it really takes all of us. So thank you very much for your leadership and everything you've done to make this dream, not only for our students, but our Olympians and big fish, a dolphin, a reality for the state of Florida. So with that said, let me share with you a little bit about Congressman Mike Waltz. Congressman Mike Waltz represents Florida's 6th congressional district, which includes Flagler and Volusia counties, as well as portions of Lake and St. Johns County. As I shared with you, he's a proud father, a colonel in the National Guard, a combat decorated Green Beret, a former White House and Pentagon policy advisor, a small business owner, and very much a family man. He was born in Boynton Beach, Florida, folks. Pretty good, huh? And grew up in Jacksonville. He was raised by a hardworking single mom. You know, we recently ran some stats. 72% of our students, our 20,000 students in the state of Florida, are women. And he is the grandson of Navy chiefs. He graduated from the Virginia Military Institute and has served over 24 years in the U.S. Army and is presently serving in the National Guard. After being commissioned as an Army lieutenant, Mike Waltz graduated Ranger School and was then selected for the elite Green Beret, serving worldwide as a decorated Special Forces officer with multiple combat tours in Afghanistan. Thank you for your service, sir. The Middle East and Africa. For his actions in combat, Mike was awarded 4 Bronze Stars and 2 with Valor. He is the first Green Beret to be elected to Congress. During his time in Afghanistan, Mike led the team searching for Private Bergdahl. Mike's servant leadership continued in the Pentagon as the Defense Policy Director for Secretaries of Defense Donald Rumsfeld and Robert Gates. Mike went on to serve in the White House as Vice President Dick Cheney's counterterrorism advisor, where he saw the difficult decisions that the president and the cabinet must make to protect our national security firsthand. Mike's position in the White House was unique, as he advised the Bush administration on policy he actually carried out in the military. In 2020, Mike was promoted to the rank of colonel in a ceremony overseen by the Secretary of Army, Ryan McCarthy, a fellow graduate of Virginia Military Institutes. He's an author, having written his own book, Warrior Diplomat, Green Berets Battle from Afghanistan to Washington, from Washington to Afghanistan, and all the proceeds continue to benefit the Green Beret Foundation. So the United States Army Green Berets, part of the Army Special Forces Unit, first complete their Special Forces Assessment and Selection. Training for this program, ladies and gentlemen, is intense. And the course consists of 2 phases. The first, which measures physical endurance, including swimming. Berets are expected to be very capable swimmers who can swim long distances while wearing full combat utility uniform and boots. One of their recommendations is to swim with their battle buddy. As I mentioned to you, he's a dedicated family man. I want you to know, and could we pause and recognize any of our veterans, anyone who is currently serving, will you please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome with all of us Congressman Mike Waltz.
You're bringing up some memories there. Look, first, congratulations. I mean, what an honor. I was just looking at the trophies up, not 1, not 2, but 3. Just incredibly impressive. I went to, as Glenn mentioned, I went to the Virginia Military Institute. And I was thinking about it while she was talking. We had mandatory, we're all called plebes there. We're called rats, actually. Head shaved every Monday and get the snot kicked out of you. It's a heck of a way to spend your college years. You know, up at 5 a.m. and marching to classes, the whole thing. But one of the things we have to take is a mandatory combat swimming class. We called it plebe drowning, but it's, I'll never forget, it's like, you know, I was a decent swimmer growing up, but not great. And we go out to this lake. The water was 42 degrees, and it was clear. It was a quarry, and I'll never forget. They taught us different floating techniques, and I remember the instructor, crusty old colonel, saying, "Hey, about 10% of any given population is negatively buoyant. It's about 90% of you should be fine. Another 10%, I don't know." And so we do the floating, we do the test, and I'll be darned if I'm sitting about 5 feet under the water looking over, and me and one of our Taiwanese exchange students were the lucky 10% that were negatively buoyant, sitting at the bottom. And so fast forward, senior year, I met up with a guy who was a mentor of mine. He had graduated a couple of years prior. He'd gone to the Navy SEALs. I was deciding which way I wanted to go. He had already been operational. And he came back to visit campus. And, you know, we're talking about the decision, the pros and cons. I knew I either want to go to the Army Green Berets or I wanted to go to the Navy SEALs. And he was walking me through the training, which basically consisted of getting dropped off in the middle of the ocean at night in all weather conditions. You have your rifle, your gear strapped to you. All of the rest of it, you tow behind you. Ryan, you can probably do this no problem, but I was starting to get a little intimidated. All the rest of it, which would be anywhere from 50 to 80 pounds, you're pulling behind you with a tether. And you're basically given an underwater compass and find your way shore, find your way to the objective. Usually, or find your way to a ship, oftentimes that was underway, and try to board it. So, yeah, he's talking about that, and he was actually telling about another classmate of ours that was dropped off in the middle of the ocean. Operationally, had to get to an Iranian offshore oil rig. And his battle buddy, this is why you always go in pairs, passed out. And so not only is he dragging his gear and all of his stuff, but now he's dragging his 180-pound buddy and getting him up this rig till a submarine could come get him. So that was my introduction to swimming. And you can see now why I went Army. I'll take jumping out of planes any day compared to that. So that was a long way of saying I have huge respect for what you do and the sport that you're in and the center and for this university. And the thing I love about it most, actually, and this is just why I'm such an advocate for youth sports, is you don't even realize it, but all of the life skills that you're pulling out of this experience. You're learning leadership, you're learning followership, you're learning teamwork, and most of all, every morning that you're getting up at what, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and going to practice after practice after practice, rep after rep after rep, you're learning discipline. And what I'm so excited and why I said absolutely to Art and Belinda that I'd be happy to come is it paid off. You won, and you won as a team. And so just congratulations again, and I promise you, you don't even realize it. I didn't even realize it at the time. I was getting my head shaved and the snot kicked out of me every morning, that how often those life skills are going to pay off for you the rest of your life and for your family and for whoever you work with and your entire kind of network and community. And then final point, thank you both. The university, how would it take you 5 minutes to list off all your campuses? Have enjoyed such tremendous success. This is a free market. The students didn't have to come if they didn't think they were getting a good return on their investment and time. And I think they absolutely are. But what I love about it is the servant leadership that your family demonstrates. What I love about this center is that you're giving back to your community. And that you're making this available for so many others to come live their dreams and learn those life skills. And we as a society, and this is why I'm such an advocate for getting us back to national service, where we're serving our community, we're serving our neighbor, we're serving our country, we're serving causes higher than ourselves. And those who enjoy all the riches and all the opportunity that flag represents, and that so many people are willing to die for, give back and give back to others who need it. So I just wanted to come in and thank you both. God bless you. Congratulations. Keep winning.
Folks, let's thank Congressman Mike Waltz once again. Thank you, Congressman. Couple other people that we would like to thank. We have another governing board member, Manny Mayer, owner and founder of One-to-One Fitness, and also a Marine. Thank you. A gentleman who is also tireless and a very good friend is JT Bruce, and he's on our advisory committee. JT, if you would stand to be recognized, sir. Thank you, JT. With us on stage, we have Chief Christopher Henry, Assistant Fire Marshal of Palm Beach County. Please, sir, if you would stand. Thank you. And I believe that we have a few others, but let's clap with them together. Captain Pedro Palin Zulu of Palm Beach Sheriff's Office. Boy, I bet I messed that up, but thank you. Assistant Fire Chief Brett Bloomfield, City of West Palm Beach. Thank you. And Assistant Police Chief Sarah Mooney, City of West Palm Beach. Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure, and I talked about Palm Beach being a great place. I have to tell you, I grew up in Northern Florida in Tallahassee. Florida is an exceptional place to live. And so we are proud and we are blessed to be able to be part of this wonderful state and to work with so many of our partners just like you, whether they're major employers, they're smaller employers, whether it's in hospitality or nursing, because it truly together we make a very important difference. It is my honor now to introduce our head coach, Coach Adam Epstein. Folks, you all know from seeing our students, boy, they do a great job. Let's clap for them again. Thank you. Now, Gary Vaughn, under his leadership and with many of our coaches here at Flagship, were the recipients of the Learfield Cup for NAIA. And that is no small feat. That is for academic performance as well as athletic performance. So thank you very much, Dr. Vaughn, and to all your coaches. And thank you to all of our students. Thank you. Just a few words about Coach Epstein. Thank you, Adam. Coach Epstein is our university's head of the men's and women's swimming coach. He's our swimming coach for our teams. He's a 5-time NAIA national champion and a 6-time NAIA Coach of the Year. Please welcome the Coach Adam Epstein.
Excellent. Thanks, everybody. Welcome. Thank you to the panel and everybody for being here. It's just an amazing initiative, and we're just beyond proud of this campus, this university, and hopefully with this Aquatic Center, continue to grow that brand recognition and really make our stamp in the community. I just want to highlight, our team again, and I know everyone's clapped for them, but I just want to highlight this season real quick. Our ladies won our first national championship for the swimming and diving team in 6 years. And we had 79 all-conference swimmers, 54 All-Americans, 7 individual titles, 4 relay titles. And Marine Lecomte, if you would stand up, please. Marine was named Swimmer of the Year. So a great achievement. Our boys, the men, they have just won their 4th national championship in a row, and they had 76 all-conference swimmers. We had 46 All-Americans, 7 individual titles, 4 relay titles. We had the swim of the meet in Emerson Zaplatar and Alberto, please stand. Alberto Garcia was named the men's swimmer of the year. So quite a successful year, and I'm beyond proud of these students. And without them, obviously this initiative would never happen. But even though our swim team is great, it is my pleasure to introduce a friend, a 4-time Olympian, 12-time Olympic medalist, to include 6 gold medals, 3 silver medals, 3 bronze medals. He is, I believe, 2nd swimmer in history, second total individual medals with 7 at the Olympics. He was twice named Swimmer of the Year in 2010 and 2011. In his career at the University of Florida, he was twice named the NCAA Swimmer of the Year. He was a 24-time NCAA All-American and a 7-time NCAA champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Lochte.
Thank you. First, I want to say congratulations to the men and women's swimming team. You guys did a phenomenal job. Keep kicking butt. You guys have a great coach, and now you guys are about to have a great facility. Little hint, I hope it's a Murtha pool because those are the fastest pools in the world. So I hope you guys get that. To continue your championships. Swimming. Swimming's my life, basically. I mean, swimming's gotten to take me to places where I know Congressman Mike Waltz, he said, giving back. Without swimming, I want to be able to give back because it's brought me to become an Olympian. It's gotten me to come out here and help and just give back. And it got me to slide in the DMs of my wife now. So, and I have 2 beautiful kids. And swimming's done so much for me. And I owe everything that's happened in my life to swimming. And like he said, I want to give back, and swimming will do that. This community, building a new facility here will help that out. It will get definitely more championships for the swim team. But it will give, it's a recreational sport, swimming is, and it's a better lifestyle, healthier lifestyle. And us living in Florida, I think it's the leading leading cause of death is drowning. And we're in Florida, we're surrounded by water constantly. So drowning prevention can come out of here. Helping the youth, helping the younger generation out, teaching them skills that you guys learned throughout your lives and giving it back. I mean, that's what, to me, that's what swimming's all about, is just giving back and helping the younger generation out. So thank you so much for letting me be here. And when the pool's ready, I'll come down and I'll do a swim clinic or something.
Boy, what energy there. I'm excited. I'd like to introduce for you someone who's not related to swimming. Right? And, you know, we could talk and share with you the exciting things that have happened in swimming, but you also should know all of the extraordinary things that happen in our national championships, like lacrosse and golf, and all of those other things that happen on this very campus, which really got us to the Learfield Cup, which recognized the best school in the country. But I want to bring to you Doug Sosha, who's really built the foundation of our football program. And in building that foundation, he's changed the lives of so many kids, many of which are really South Florida natives. And he's had an extraordinary opportunity to do it. Last year, I think we had our highest ranking was 4th in the country. 4th in the country after 3 years. Which is phenomenal leadership he's demonstrated. And I'd like to introduce you and bring Doug up here to share a few words.
Thank you. Again, I was thinking, you know, back to when we were kids, we probably played the game, who doesn't belong here? And, you know, following Olympian and a 5 national championship coach, that would be me. So, no, thank you so much. You know, obviously we just finished our 4th season as a football program, trying to be a lot like our swim team. And I watch how those guys work, and I often, you know, consult with coach and just, you know, in terms of the psychology of coaching. But, you know, we're coming off of our 4th season. We're ranked number 7 in the country. But I think one of the biggest things with our football program and our programs here in terms of our success is really the benefit of the West Palm Beach community. And I really want to thank the West Palm Beach community with that. And I think it's one of the key factors, whether it's our football program, our swim team, or Keiser University in general. You know, our mission is to bring value to Palm Beach County. And in the end, when we graduate our student athletes and we send them back to the community and they're great leaders and citizens, then we're giving back and we're serving. And that's inherent in our mission here at Keiser University. With that, I'm excited about the Aquatic Center. I really value swim safety. I have several children of my own, and I know the importance of that. And I know what this facility will do, not only for our student athletes, but for the community. It's going to bring families together. It's going to bring the community together, and it's going to give them an opportunity to learn a really important skill. And we know how important that is. And we want to be the University of Palm Beach that, you know, in that this will allow us to take that step in the next, in that next step with that. So it is my honor now to introduce another football speaker who also has strong ties to swimming and the South Florida community. So please join me in welcoming Miami Dolphins' own Solomon Big Fish Kindley.
How y'all doing? Like he said, my name is Solomon, aka Big Fish. So a crazy story why they call me the Big Fish is see how big I am. And growing up, I was a lifeguard. A lot of people wouldn't expect me to be a lifeguard. So some dude seen me get in the pool one day, and I started swimming. I remember competing in swim meets and everything. And I remember I heard somebody whisper, like, "What is he doing? He's somebody's dad." Like, you know, so I used to get inside, I used to get in the pool, I used to come in first place, but then reality hit, like trying to get on the football field. You know, you can't really compete with those guys. But it's crazy. Every football team I don't played on, 90% of the players and my teammates don't know how to swim. So, you know, it's me being a football player, me know how to swim. I bring awareness to that type of stuff, you know, because we live in Florida, you know, with this tragedy going on in the world right now. You never know what can happen. So bringing the awareness of learning how to swim, doing the right things and everything. So I appreciate you guys for having me, and congrats on the national championship.
We only have one life to live, so give it all you've got to give. Don't let anything or anyone stand in your way. Come out from your safe place, don't choose to just stand by. The only thing to fear is that you never even tried. There's something to be said about the one who chases dreams. Trying is the only way you ever will succeed. So find your inspiration wherever it may lie. Shout out from the rooftops, it's my time to fly. And do it for the love, do it for the joy, do it to get the girl, do it for your boys, do it for the rush, do it for the team, do it for yourself, claim your destiny. Trial and tribulation may rear their ugly heads, but strength and perseverance will not leave you misled. Follow your true instinct, the one that speaks inside. Then buckle up and hold on, for it's a joyous ride. And when you start to see rewards, as you will surely see, don't forget to self-reflect and keep humility, for it can all be gone quicker than it came. So remember who you are, and victory will reign. And do it for the love, do it for the joy, do it for your girls, do it for your boys, do it for the rush, do it for the team, do it for yourself, claim your destiny. Breeze of the passion, fill your soul with fire. And as the years roll by, ambition won't be mired, taking you higher and higher. And do it for the love, do it for the joy.
So it's my honor to introduce our co-chair for the Aquatic Center, Tom DeRita. I want you to know that Mr. DeRita is a board member with us, and he is a leader in the resource group. And his son, David DeRita, is the County of Palm Beach Fire Marshal. Did I say that correctly? Very good. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize our Vice Chancellor of our graduate school, Dr. Robert Keiser. And folks, we have a strong interest in this, because we're expecting twin girls, and we have one little girl, our granddaughter, Belina, so we will have 3 under 5. We're in this together. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you, swim team. Thank you, coaches, because you're making history here. And what we're doing today is we're making history. This is going to be the greatest achievement Kaiser can do for this community. And we're lucky enough to have a university who is backing us to make this a community event. I have the pleasure of introducing the Assistant Fire Marshal, also a retired Lieutenant Colonel from the Air Force, my friend, Chris Haney. This is my son. Thank you, Dad. On behalf of Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Fire Administrator Patrick Kennedy, thank you for allowing me to speak today. Summer of Love, 1967. Woodstock is in full swing.
Anybody remember? Anybody here there? I wasn't there. I was 3 years old, running in circles for one of my brothers on the deck of our above ground pool. And what should happen? I fell off into the water. I was 3 years old, did not know how to swim. I'm struggling underwater. I can see my brother on the dock. I can hear my brother on the dock yelling to my father across the yard who was on the barbecue. I could see my father through the wall of the pool come jump over the pool and save me. I was 3 years old. It's my earliest childhood memory. Labor Day, 1982. Joshua Topa, 4 years old. The guy I used to babysit when he was 2 and 3, drowned in his grandparents' backyard swimming pool. 1 year to the day that his wheelchair-bound grandfather drowned in the same pool. Summer of 1999, at a motel in South Carolina, my 2-year-old daughter, Kristen, asks if she can go swimming, and I tell her yes. She goes out of the pool, hotel room, jumps in the deep end of the pool, comes to the surface, swims right across the pool. She could swim before she could walk. Back to 1980, my mother of 6, we're all 1 year apart. 45 years young, takes her first swimming lesson. You're never too old, you're never too young to take a swim lesson. December 1995, one of my very first calls at fire rescue, I ran with Tom's son, Dave, a 2-year-old drowning victim in a community pool. 27 years later, I can remember the dispatch. I can remember driving to the call. I can remember everything that happened on the call. I can remember going to the hospital. I can remember everything we said that night at the station. That kind of stuff lives and breathes with every firefighter every day. I was lucky. 27 years, that's the only call I had like that. There's brother and sister firefighters that had dozens of calls like that. Today, I have the pleasure of working with 2 wonderful people in the room, Anna Stewart and Bambi Fantu. They're with the Drowning Prevention Coalition of Palm Beach County. They are the 2 most passionate people you'll see when it comes to drowning prevention and learn how to swim. The partnership they formed with Kaiser and the Aquatic Center is awesome. And I appreciate that very much for what you guys are doing for us. The goal is to prevent drowning, teach water safety, and to stress how fun it is to swim. Eliminate the fear of the water, but also respect the dangers it can pose. I can throw out stats, how many drownings we have here in Palm Beach County annually for the last 5 years, but I won't. It's just one drowning is one too many. So Dr. Keiser, thank you for this opportunity. And going forward with the Drowning Prevention Coalition, thank you for allowing us to use your pool to teach lessons to the residents of Palm Beach County. Thank you.
I think we introduced everybody in the world, but probably one of the most important people in our university, Mr. Peter Cressito, is our COO. He's the one that keeps it running. I want to thank him very, very much.
I was going to say we saved the best for last, boss. Do you remember that? Okay, just so. If you're wondering, this is the last time you'll see me up here, so that's good news. So we're getting there. I have the distinct pleasure to introduce to you the head of the Sports Commission. I happen to very good fortune to sit on the Sports Commission, where we talk about the positive impact that sports within this community have on the community itself, the people who are residents in this community, and truly we look at it at the world at large. We look at this as a destination for people to come as a sports venue. And this particular facility, as well as the many others that we've created on this campus and will continue to create, creates that opportunity for the Sports Commission, the Palm Beach Sports Commission, to continue to herald the activities that take place in this county. And so it's a pleasure for me to introduce you, George Lindley, the head of the Palm Beach Sports Commission. George?
Dr. Vaughn, that was excellent. You represented our sports commission as good as anyone. So I can make this short now. But it is an honor to be here because Keiser University is one of our greatest partners in terms of sports development and tourism. And our county's sports landscape has been recognized by the Sports Tourism and Events Association as one of the top 3 in the country. And we have some of our, and I look around, this is part of the Sports Commission family. But I'm honored to see Vice Mayor of Palm Beach County, Vice Mayor Greg Weiss with us. Our Sports Commission cannot thank the Board of County Commissioners enough for the support they give to the overall tourism landscape, and then particularly the sports infrastructure and the sports environment that lives in this county. And then Dr. Vaughn is on our Sports Commission board. So is the West Palm Beach Assistant City Police Chief, Sarah Mooney. We're very privileged to have you on our board. And then every time I come to this campus, I see so many friends and so many of our great partners. It is an honor to be here with you, Chancellor and Vice Chancellor. What you have done for our county and our Sports Commission has been so significant. Dr. Vaughn is an incredible university president. I see Chris Swager in the background, one of the great athletic directors in this entire state. And we are on the phone all the time talking about the opportunities that come to life we can bring to Kaiser from a sports perspective that creates an economic impact and creates a tourism benefit to this county. And as Dr. Vaughn said, this is a sports venue when you look at Keiser University. And to give you an example of the economic benefits and the tourism benefits that will be created by a sports venue. And I've always said a sports commission, no matter if it's in Palm Beach County, Florida, or you're talking about Los Angeles, or you go down to Miami, if we do not have great partnerships with the colleges and the universities that live within that destination, we cannot be successful at sports development, because often the colleges and universities are one of the largest providers of sports venues, facilities, infrastructures, and are the conduit to bidding on events, whether it's national championships or playoffs on a collegiate level, or invitationals, or tournaments, or creating homegrown events. And that's what's happened right here at Keiser University. We've hosted 4 straight NAIA men's soccer national championships. We've hosted 2 straight NAIA women's golf national championships. We've seen events that have been created at grassroots level. In fact, this past December, an NCAA Division I women's college basketball tournament with an NAI component is here in this county because of Keiser University. We've seen an NAIA volleyball invitational be created, and I can go on, but these events are attracting visitors from outside the area and creating a positive economic impact and an overnight accommodation. Just looking at the national championships that we hosted, all the student athletes, the coaches, their families, alumni, fans, for those national championships created about 12,000 hotel room nights and $8 million in direct visitor spending. That number is a lot larger when I talk about all of the other types of tournaments and invitationals. And when you look at varsity sports, the number even grows that much more in terms of the influence and the power, because every time there's a collegiate meet or a collegiate game or contest, there's visiting students coming in to compete here in Palm Beach County, creating that economic benefit. So I have no doubt when we look at the future here, and we're talking about the development of the Aquatic complex, and we have a national championship team and national champions that are already living in Palm Beach County, that we will be hosting collegiate championship meets, national championships right here in this county, and collegiate training camps potentially, and developing future Olympians. I have no doubt that will happen. And I'll conclude by bringing up the point that we heard earlier, and I don't think it's hard to measure the value of the accomplishment. But last year, when Keiser University was awarded the IMG Learfield Directors Cup, that means we are sitting in the presence of the best university in terms of athletic performance, both on and off the field. This is the #1 university in the United States on the NAIA level right here in Keiser University. And while that brings incredible value for all the student athletes, for all the students, for all the faculty in this institution, all the alumni. It also brings significant value for Palm Beach County and the state of Florida. It's an incredible positive spotlight that shines on our state and our county. It's credible marketing and media value, and it's going to help us as we go out and we recruit events to bring to this county to be able to spread the word and be proud of the fact that we're standing right now in the top university in terms of athletics on and off the field. And I don't think we can measure that kind of impact. So I'm honored to be here, privileged to be amongst friends, and thank you. Thanks to Keiser University for all you do for our sports commission in our county.
You're on the agenda. I was going to steal your spotlight. I know I can't get up those steps. First of all, I want to thank Belinda and her team for helping us today. Thank the press that was out here. We've had a whole lot of press, which I think is going to help us in the development of the program. I just can't tell you how much we appreciate it. And we're here for you guys, the students. And this is what we want this to be and develop. And for the future students who are on the teams, that they will have a world-class facility. Tom and I want to invite you, right? Sure do. To November 8th, is it not? 2nd. Well, see, they didn't, but I have to say to Belinda, this thing is on time. We're going to finish on time. Incredible. But on November 2nd, we're going to have a fundraiser dinner, and we'll invite all of you to come to that. We think it's going to be a wonderful event, and it'll be something that we can be proud of in involving more members of the community in the development of our aquatic center. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for the team. Thank you, Tom, for being co-chair. Thank you, Congressman. I can't believe you stayed. That was great. Thank you so much.
All I can say is that on that date, we will make history again. We want people to show up, to show their support for this great university and the great students that we have here. We've accomplished so much. There's so much more to accomplish. Come to that event because you're going to be surprised. It's going to be great. My co-chair, Vaughn, is unbelievable, and she will make this a phenomenal event for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you all. Drive safely and God bless.
What kind of food? Bertha? So Bertha, it's like just the company.